Hello there guys, a very warm welcome to Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures, and welcome to the very last trip of the X94 from Cording Mill Valley in Shropshire back to Birmingham in the West Midlands. So this is the very last ever day for the X94 to run between Cording Mill Valley and Birmingham. From tomorrow onwards, there will be no service from Cording Mill Valley to Birmingham at all, as this was only a temporary summer service during the summer holidays when the schools are out. But however, Church Stretton, which is the neighboured town, will still have a bus service. It will be the 435 run by Minsterley, running between Shrewsbury and Ludlow. Much Wenlock, which this service covers, will still have a bus service. It will be the 18 from Telford to Much Wenlock, and the 436 connecting Shrewsbury and Bridge North. Ironbridge will still have bus services, the 18 the Much Wenlock to Telford, the 19 Telford to Shrewsbury via Ironbridge, and of course along with the 19A, and of course the 8 Telford to Bridge North via Ironbridge. So those services will be retained, so they will not be taken off totally. So this is a bit of a brief tour before we head back. So all this is all going to change from after today. There will be no service coming down this road at all. So it'll be gone back to how it was before the summer holidays, when there was no service, because the only time there's been a bus service was back in the days of Midland Red. But those days are over now, and the summer days are now coming to an end. And even the summertime's now coming to an end. We're now in autumn. We're in a brand new series. It's really chilly now, so this comes to a completion of my buses. Well, not totally just yet. I'll be ending the buses end of the autumn time, and when we go into winter, when there's a lot of colds about, there'll be less journeys being made in the flesh, because it's more likely that there's a lot of colds and flus about, so might as well pause the rest of them and put them into the spring of 2022. But however, that has not yet been confirmed officially, so it's not official just yet. And I'll let you know when it'll be official. But please remember, if we do have to pause, just continue to watch other videos, and I will be also doing updates throughout the channel, because like I say, I need to keep this YouTube channel active as much as possible, because I do not want to go AWOL like what happened during the first lockdown because of COVID-19. So we're now in Woolbank, which is a small hamlet across this beautiful countryside. And of course, Birmingham will only have a few countryside services, like the X3 up to Lidgefield, 144s down to Worcester, and the 110s up into Tamworth. And of course, a few other routes that you might know. And I will be, and like I say, I ain't doing Birmingham this year because of the COVID pandemic. Because like I say, Birmingham's always a higher alert town, city as it's known. So Birmingham's always at high alert risk, so it's best not to do Birmingham End until further notice. But like I say, we're doing the right thing. We're not going to be mixing with people where we're likely to catch the disease. But like I say, this YouTube channel is going to it's going to do it for us. So instead of doing it in person, we're going to be doing it remotely. So that means we're imagining ourselves going to Birmingham, doing some routes over Birmingham. And it has been like a blast, because I have enjoyed a few journeys so far this year. And the first video this year, which we went through, was the South Staffordshire adventure, which was the 242 Stourbridge to Kinver. So we did the 242 Stourbridge up to Kinver. Well, down to across to Kinver. So we did the 242 Stourbridge to Kinver. If you remembered me doing the 242 route. And to be honest, it was a good service, the 242 was. And that had been taken over from Diamond buses 228, which was going to face a suspension and withdrawal during the first COVID-19 lockdown. Well, after the lockdown, when passenger number, when we were under the first restrictions. And everything was all went for the wrong reason. So we all went for all the wrong reasons during the first COVID lockdown. And then after that, we went on to the 580, which used to be operated by Coniston's and is once again operated by Diamond Bus on the Kidderminster depot, but however, on far less journeys than the original 580. From when Diamond did the route up until 2018. And then after that, we did the 14A, Dudley to Merry Hill. And then after that, the 24. Then we moved to the 5s. Then after the 5s, we then moved... then after the 5s, we then took a break. And after the 5, we then took a break and moved on to do the... we then moved on to do the 8 rifle range to Hales Park in Bewdley. If you remembered me doing the 8 from rifle range up to Hales Park, run by Diamond. And then we did, and then after the rifle range, we then moved to the 15A and 15C, the Stourport circulars. Then after the Stourport circulars, we then moved to do the Kiddermin. We then moved to do the 9A, 9C in Kidderminster. And then we moved to do the 580 up to Kinver. So we did make a good start regarding to routes, etc. Then after all the lovely routes we've done, we then took a short break. Did a few rediscoveries, like we did the old 297, 297A, 297B, and then also did the 287 rediscovered. If you remember the 287, the old Stourbridge to Merry Hill, which is now National Express's 28, and then after the 28, we then moved to do the... we then moved on and then took another break, and then we moved over to do the X14, the Cannock service. The Telford to Cannock, but Oaken Gates at the time. And then after the Oaken Gates, we then did the 71s and the 82s, and then we did the 8 Telford to Bridge North, along with the 126 rediscovered. Then we did the 81 and the 16, the Wolverhampton services, and then after those routes, we then did the 70s and the 2s, and then we did the X96 rediscovered. So we have done a lot of route changes in the past. So we've made a lot of progress regarding to routes and changes. And then after that, we did a Banger Buses adventure. Wolverhampton locals, 530, 545, 52, 53. We also did as well. We did a lot of the routes in Wolverhampton that were all changing, and it was a fantastic one. Then I went to do the 267 and the 657 rediscovered. And then after that, and those were all the routes, they were all done. And it was a popular, and then we did Stourbridge Adventure. Then after the Stourbridge Adventure, we then moved from Stourbridge Adventure to... we then moved to do Kidderminster stuff. And also we did the Merry Hill Adventure 250, 251. And then after the 250, 251, we then moved from the 251 and the 250 to the we went to the 296, and then we did the 202. After the 202, we then moved to the 303, then the 133, and then the 42s, also most of the 144s, and then after the 42, I believe we took a short break or so, maybe. Yeah, and then after that we moved over to Telford and did the 891s and the 5s, and then after the 5 and the 891 we moved to do the X92 292, and then after the X92 and the 292, we did the 25 rediscovered, so there was a lot of rediscoveries that we've done. So those were most of the routes that were all done and completed since. And then we did like the 142, Halesowen and Stourbridge, and then we also did Bridge North on the 9 from Wolverhampton. Then after the 9s, did the 125, and that made a completion to our journeys. So we're now back in Bridge North. Well, not Bridge North, we're now in Iron Bridge, and now we're going to head along the route, and then we're going to head towards Broseley, which is north of Iron Bridge. And then we're going to head south down to Bridge North. Then after Bridge North, we're going to then proceed to the village of Kinva. So we'll head back to Kinva, back to Stourbridge, back to Halesowen, and then back to Birmingham. And then that will complete our ultimate journey. And so far it's been a good video, and big shout out to... So then we're now coming up towards Broseley, and I was saying big shout out to Jake, who loves watching my channel. Just keep watching and keep looking at all the good videos that I've been making since. So, like I say, I'm preferring to do most journeys remotely at the moment, like reusing some videos from other footage, so there's no point chucking them away when you can use them for other projects. So here we are, just arriving at the Broseley end, so we're now going to head on to the 8th video, and that will include 8 narration or such. Just now on the approach towards the temporary traffic lights, which is within the Broseley area. Roseley and heading in the direction towards north. So then we're now at Bridge North Sainsbury's, Bridge North, and we're now just turning round back at the roundabout. I'm going to be heading into Bridge North Town Centre. So then we're just now leaving Bridge North, heading towards Kinver. So here we are, just departing from Bridge North Town Centre. And we're now heading towards Kinver. And then we'll head up to Birmingham. So here we are. So this is the last ever trip with Green Bus doing Bridge North. So here we are. So here we are. So now we're heading towards Kinver Way now. And as you probably know, the interesting thing is the X94 towards Birmingham faces the Bridge North direction of the 9, while heading towards Bridge North faces the Wolverhampton direction. So we're just now coming out of Bridge North End now, and we are heading back on ourselves to head back to Kinver, back into Stourbridge, back to Eldoin, and then back towards the final part of the route, which will take us back into Birmingham where the journey all started. So then we're now heading towards Enville Way now. So we're just gone off the road for a short while, but however that's past the X94 Shrewsbury rediscovered. So we've just gone past the Six Ashes and the Six Ashes tea rooms, and then we will be arriving at Enville Village, well, Enville, which will also be known nearby Enville Hall. So we are now nearly on the final approach to Enville. And Enville's coming up, so this is the Bridge North Road. So we're now entering Enville. So here we are, Enville's now come up. And then the next point, we're going to go past Enville Hall, and then we're going to head into Kinver. So this is the Kinver Road at Enville. So we're now heading up to along to Kinver now. So here we are, just approaching Kinver, and then we're going to go through Kinver High Street. So here we are at the Enville Road. So then we're now heading out of Kinva, heading towards Stourbridge end. So we're now heading towards Stourbridge. Just gonna go past the Stew Pony end. So, as you know, we have just been to Kinva. We've been to Bridgnorth. So we're now gonna head all the way out of Kinva and then head on towards Stourbridge. So here we are, going past the rugby club where in Stourbridge, Wollaston. And then we'll be terminating at the, and we will be going to the junction. So here we are, near the junction. Stop ahead. So, here is Stourbridge Junction Railway Station, and here is the car park entrance, the lower car park entrance for the booking office. We're just heading into the forecourt. And of course the 1X, which is operated by Banga, also does this corridor as well, between Stourbridge Junction and the town. And so anyway, here we are, just coming into the forecourt of Stourbridge Junction. Of course, got new collections of vehicles, a coach right here, and also another vehicle. Quite a lot of variety of different vehicles here. I wonder what they're here for. Might be for the schools, I assume. And also big shout out to Jake, who loves watching my YouTube videos. Thumbs up to Jake as well. Comes another bus coming here. So then we're now heading up to Halesowen Way now. We're now heading for Halesowen, and this is Birchall all the way to our final destination, Birmingham. And that is going to complete our summer trips. And what a brilliant trip this has been to the Cardiff Mill Valley, and I hope that you've enjoyed the trip up into the Cardiff Mill, and of course watching us at Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. But however, we're not finished just yet, because we are still nowhere near the finish line. So we will be coming to our finish line soon, and I hope that you've been enjoying loads of videos. And like I say, there won't be any flash videos for a short while. Like, we're not changing the series like we normally would do. We're just having a short break, but we are focusing more on our pilot videos, which is going to help us at the moment. So I hope you've been enjoying my pilot videos, because as you know how much I love the pilot videos, and I've been doing these pilot videos since, and I'll continue to roll out more in the next coming days and weeks. So okay then, we're now heading towards Halesowen now, up towards Slimsgate, and that is going to be completing our journey. So we are just coming across the Stourbridge Road and we're reaching Halesowen town centre. And what a fantastic trip this has been, all the way from Carding Mill Valley. Amazing. That is one of the unique key. So then we're now going to head into the Halesowen bus station in Halesowen, and then we will proceed on so then we're now coming into Halesowen right now. So here we are in Halesowen town centre. So this is Halesowen. So we're now heading out of Halesowen and heading north and heading on to Birmingham. What a brilliant trip it's been. Thank you very much for watching. But however, we're not over yet. It's not over. We still got one more mile to make, and that is all the way to Birmingham and to the town, to Birmingham's New Street Station, and that will complete our full active trip. And thank you very much for watching this video so far. But that is far from over at the moment, because we still got one more trip to make, one more run, and then I will make my final goodbyes. And that will make sure that you are all staying healthy and safe and well, or whatever you're doing, just keep on the positive side. Don't go on the negative side when people are talking about, oh, there's going to be another COVID lockdown. No, that is out of the question. So please don't. So please be positive, guys. Just keep smiling. Keep going through all this mess we've all gone through. We've all gone through it. And don't worry, we are going through. And we are going to get through this mess. And by the time we get through this mess, we'll be out the other end of what was a long, dark tunnel that we all had to face back in March 2020. The last video of March 2020 was the 226 Dudley to Merry Hill, when everything had to be removed to remote vlogging, and it was a pest. But however, that was the only way we could do to halt the spread of the virus. But however, that has now been dealt with, and of course with the vaccines, and now we've got the booster coming as well. But moving on from the NHS and the coronavirus, we're now arriving into Birmingham city centre. So we're now going along the Hagley Road, and there is a big secret that I need to show you. And it's to the left, on hand side, you'll find a row of shops. So we've got a row of shops, and of course, Sainsbury's. Not to be confused with the former supermarket chain Safeway, and also the current supermarket chain Sainsbury's. So you've got Sainsbury's that's using the Safeway, half the Safeway logo, and the berries from Sainsbury's. So we are just now by Edgbaston, Birmingham. And as you can tell that the tunnel, I'm not sure what the name of the tunnel's called. apparently is still shut, but it will be opening very soon. But apparently this is part of the West Midlands Metro. Well, the old Midland Metro, as they called it back in the day. The trams are going to extend. So there's going to be a huge tram network going to link between here and the rest of the West Midlands, and even to Brierley Hill and Dudley. So welcome to Birmingham, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's been a pleasure. Shout out to Jake, who loves watching the channel. Keep watching. There'll be more videos to come, but at present pilot ones. But still, it's going to be even fun because we're still going to use like recycled videos. So that's now the end of the trip now. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And all I have to say is bye for now. See you soon. And keep safe, keep well, and stay healthy. And this brings the end to our trip of the X94 from Cardigan Mill Valley into Birmingham, and the last time for 2021. Bye for now.